Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. And yes, we are doing Christmas. I tried to wait until the 1st of November to do Christmas stuff, but I ran out of videos and I ran out of time, and I had those collage, those covers done, so I thought I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing it. But also, I wanted to let you know that I decided I'm going to do the bazaar here in our town. Anyhow, Jamie had sent me a message and she said, hey, are you doing the bazaar this year? And I thought, well, I sure could. So I'm going to do it. She said she'll come and hang out for a little bit here and there, which is fine. She doesn't have to. It's not a place that she likes to, it's not her comfort zone. Let's just say that. Okay. So, but it's mine and I don't mind it. I just need to have some stuff there. So I told her as long as she's got some stuff for the table, I can probably think of something to make. So that's what I am doing. I am working on doing some little tiny journals. I think maybe like some little naked journals, nothing too crazy. I just don't have the time to do it. So I will not have any like big full-on journals. Jamie says she's got several for the table, so I will have hers on the table. But what I do have is a couple of my furniture pieces that I have that are I have to kind of tweak them up a little bit. But we have a pew, a P-U, no, P-E-W, pew, that my husband had cut in half and made me an entry bench, and then we had the other half, and we sanded it and I painted it and distressed it, and I wanted it for my dining room, but my dining room is not set up for it. So when I had it in there, I was like, nope, it's not working. So it's just been sitting. So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh that and put that on in there to sell. I have a beautiful, oh my gosh, so pretty, vintage, possibly antique. Vintage, antique is over 100 years old. That's what I learned this year. So I'm not sure, it could be over 100 years old. Hutch, it's gorgeous. Pardon me, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and tweak that a little bit. And then put that, maybe if we can get that done, put that out, take that with me. And then I have this gorgeous vanity that I've had for years. I bought it at a sale, actually, I think I bought this on the side of a road yard sale on my way out of town, and I wasn't planning on doing this, but it was there. I bought it. So anyhow, I kept it. It was the beautiful brown regular color. I kept it that way for a long time, and then I painted it this gorgeous teal color that I loved, and it fit well with my room at the time. I don't use a vanity. I honestly was just storing, like, it was just a place for me to store stuff in my room, and I don't need any more places to store stuff. So I pulled all that furniture out of my room a long time ago, and it's just been sitting in my garage. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap a new coat of paint on there. I'm gonna put white, I'll do some chalk paint, some white chalk paint, and then I'll scuff it up a little bit and let some of that teal pop through. I think that'll be really pretty. That way it'll still be nice, I think, in any decor, because it just has a tiny bit of that popping through. We'll see. Anyhow, I can put that in there. So I have 3 pieces of furniture already, and I can use those furniture pieces to display the stuff that we're gonna sell. So I'm pulling wire out of my ribbon because I want this ribbon. I like these edges. Let me show you what I did. So I pulled some out of this one already. Inspired. Do you remember this? Do you remember? I had this on my Happy Mail just a while back here. So this was inspired by Caroline. So Caroline on the Hillside. Oh my gosh, look at this. I don't know if you've ever done this. I've never done this. Not that I remember. Oh, my memory, but I have, not that I remember, and I loved it. It's fabric pieces on card stock or paper or whatever you want, and she made this gorgeous postcard and mailed it this way. I mean, like, so fabulous. And I told her that I love it so much that I'm going to do something like this, and I'm totally going to give her the cred on here. So I will be listing her channel in the description box, and thank you so much for this inspiration, Caroline, and for this wonderful card. I love it. I love it. Okay, so stop it now. Okay, so I just wanted to show you. This is where the inspo's coming from. But I'm going to do it Christmas themed. So I have some fabric pieces. These are all just ribbons and cloth napkins and some fabrics. On the back side, you'll see all the stitching. So it's cute like that, like it's just kind of fun, but that's not going to be seen. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just testing out the waters here, and so I was doing different stitches on here. I glued everything down a little bit, like I didn't glue it fully. I knew I wanted this torn edge to be popped up, so I wanted to tuck things under there. This is that ribbon, so I took the wire out, but I have that gold trim there. I have it right there. I don't have any on this side, which is fine. Then I started thinking, okay, what am I going to make for this bazaar? What am I going to make for the bazaar? And I have a ton. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. No, I know what I was thinking. I have a ton of these little books. Do you ever go to the dollar store? Does your dollar store carry things like this? So I bought a whole mess of them, tons of them. And I thought, I know I can do something with them. And so what I did 2 of them part way. And I want to do this. And we can make these together if you want. So this one I haven't finished. I haven't finished either one of them actually. So I gutted it first, and then I laid down fabric, and I just glued the fabric on it. And then everything's here. I mean, I probably need to put like a little something in there because it's got a little bit of a deep thing here. So I've never done this before. I'm actually not going to worry about it. I think I'm just going to lay fabric down, you know, like something in there, and I'm just going to let it be a deep thing, and I'm going to see how it goes. I might lay one little strip down there just for a little extra stability, because you can see how that's just paper, but I do have fabric everywhere. Whatever, I'm going to try and figure that out, and then I'll put some pieces down here, and we'll actually sew a signature into this one. And then I have this stack of paper that I find it to not be anything special, or it doesn't pull me to do anything. But, you know, that's where you use it, paints and your dyes and your inks and things like that. But I do like this piece right here. So we'll set that aside for now. And then I had already made this, and I thought, I was sticking everything over to the side, and this kind of went on top of it. And I was like, oh my gosh, bingo, B-I-N-G-O. Just kidding. Anyways, what do you think? Isn't that clever? I love that. So it's a beautiful journal topper. I mean, like, I honestly don't even have to put anything else on there if I don't want to. But, do you remember? Because I forgot until I seen these. Remember these cute little things? So this is like a little puffer thing. But also, it could be like a little dingle. Maybe, I don't know. But it would make a cute little topper on the journal. Take that out, you know, and just have like it's just dimensional. It's soft. Here's that spooky Santa. He's not really spooky, he just looks different. Just because he's smiling and he's cold, I don't know. But I like all the little details. He's so cute. So I thought he would look cute too. Anyways, I've got a couple of those things. Then this one, I did not gut. This one, I have this little ruffle that I made, and then I forgot you're supposed to make your fabric longer. Of course, duh, when you're ruffling it, it's gonna shrink up. So I ruffled it with the straight stitch, and then I tugged on it, and it kind of pulled apart in a couple of spots here. So it got my length. And then I thought, well, that didn't look good. So then I took my little squiggly thread sewing stitch. I took that squiggly stitch and I put that in there, and now it looks purposeful. So there's like some empty spots and some full spots. You can go either way. I like it. Actually, I think I like it up here this way better. And I thought I could just put that on the side. So this one, I left it intact. I covered it with the fabric. I covered it with the fabric, folded it in, and then I used two 12 by 12 sheets. These two right here. This is my scraps that I have left over right now. When I was doing this, I realized that this is like pulling apart like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and seal these two pieces of paper together. I probably have $2 invested in at the most, right? With my little eyelet and some ribbon, a little bit of lace. Probably $2 invested in making this. So I was thinking, so maybe $2.50 I have invested. Anyhow, so I was thinking about selling these for $6 each. So there's that one, and then there's this one. Now the ones where I'm gonna sew the signature in, these are gonna be more. So I figure they'll probably be twice as much. I think that's fair. So I think I'm gonna do them for $12. So I thought maybe we would go ahead and do the covering one, not the gutting one. We'll do the covering one. So I'm gonna just give these a little bend. They're pretty stiff. So I'm gonna work it out. And I'm kind of now thinking that it might be easier just to go ahead and glue these first without all that extra bulkiness, since that's my plan. I know I'm totally skipping the fall stuff. I am so sorry, my friends. I was going to try and do something a little fall. I really love the fall so much, but I just went so far into Halloween, and then with my trip that it was just like spur of the moment. My trip, I thought to go see my aunts and my cousins. It was just, everything would just happen. I just did so much so fast, and now I'm gonna do the bazaar, and the bazaar is in November, so it's not like it's not in December, it's in November. It's the weekend, Friday and Saturday, so 17th and 18th is the bazaar. So what do I have? I have 3 weeks. No, I have, because I work. So I work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So those days I won't be doing really anything. This is the bazaar. So really this week, oh my gosh, so I have this week to do stuff, I have this week to do stuff, and yeah, this is this week. Goodness gracious, I have 2 weeks. What in the heck? Well, here we go again, wild ride. So let me get a few of these done. I think what I'm gonna do is limit myself now to 3 things each of anything that I make. I'm just gonna do 3, and then if I have time, I can do something more. And if not, then whatever, because I also have to still do the Christmas for the kids. Let's see, now where did I start? Let me grab one instead of just flipping this thing back and forth. So what I did is I picked a fabric, and then I picked 2 pieces of cardstock. So there's different fabrics. I have this cute fabric, but I only have this much of it. So if that was the cover, that's cute. Okay, and there's plenty of it to do that. I also have these napkins. So this is why I pick up, like at the yard sales, all the Christmas napkins, because it's like the perfect amount of, like, this could be fall or Christmas. So there, I mean, I can kind of see the writing underneath that though. That's cute too. This is another napkin. I really like this. This is the nice traditional reds and greens too. Oh, I like that one too. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one out. And then I have this piece right here, which, oh gosh, I don't want to cut it up, but at the same time I do, because it's kind of like these puffy pieces, and they're stitched already around, and I can fussy cut them out. I can even cut out the whole thing. So these are these I thought would be cool to put on the front. But okay, again, if I'm only going to sell these for $6 and $12, I probably want to save that type of stuff for something else. Like I would rather save it for a journal that I'm either selling or gifting, because that's just a lot more investment to go with this. And I'm going to use that amazing paper pad that I bought from Hobby Lobby. So $14. I think I paid full price. I really don't remember. I know I want a dark one and a light one. That's kind of pretty because it picks up the holly. Oh, I like that one. See, it's like you know it when you know it. But I do like that. Those two together look nice. This is pretty. So, what about this one right here? Oh, isn't that lovely? Ugh. Yes, okay. I like that one. Oh, yes. I think it definitely plays well with that. Isn't that going to be a super cute pocket? Isn't that cute? But again, I don't want to use something this super cute on a $6 book. Check this one out. So again, like I can use this for a cover, but I can also fussy cut that out. You know, kind of fussy cut. Wouldn't that be cute on the cover of one of these as well? I'm gonna grab my Debbie snips. See, they're not Fisker snips anymore, they're Debbie snips. Hi, Debbie. Thank you. There we go. And then, what did I use to glue this down? And I think I used, cannot even remember, but I'm pretty sure I used Fabri-Tac. Wow, I mean, like, I literally just did this morning. Okay. Things are just, I think it's because I just have a lot on my mind. That's got to be it, because there's no way I could be losing my mind that fast, right? There's just no way. Is there? Has anybody else had those memory issues? Like, how, is it just menopausal stuff? Does anybody know? Like, please feel free to tell me. I'm an open book. I want to know. Like, at what point should I ever worry? I don't want to be medicated though, so I don't know. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I still need to take a little bit more off, I think. Anyways, has anybody went through the whole memory thing? Like, I know they say it happens when you're going through menopause, and I know menopause can last forever. I guess I've always thought that for whatever reason, like the heat part of it, that's gonna last forever, but it's not. It's not. There's like so many stages of it. So the heat part, thank God, and I hope that it is done and never comes back again, because I've heard other women say, oh no, be careful, don't get too cocky. But anyways, it's this, now I'm into this memory thing, and it's been happening for a while, and it's getting so bad. Like, I literally have to write on a sticky note before I go upstairs to remind myself of what I'm gonna do when I get up there. Like, why? And like my husband, he gets frustrated. So whoops, dang it, I don't want to put glue down there. He gets frustrated with me. So this morning I did have, so this morning I think, or last night, I just was talking to him, and I said, you know what, I don't know what's happening. I just know that there's some stuff going on. I should probably just go do some reading up on it and find out, like, learn about my body and stuff and see what's happening, what to expect. I like all these things, but these books are, they're hard, the little hardbacks, and I like them. I like that too. Just find out what's going on, you know. Is there something I can do about it? I don't know. I probably should have I should have just did that, and then like this. There we go. Work smarter, not harder, Sandra. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then that's it. Just cute, you know, nice. I'm not gonna sew a signature in, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get my spine done. Whoops. Drop it down in here because I need to push it down. And then come to the edge. So this one's a little bit different. I think I'm gonna just now go. See, I went over too far. How did that happen? That's okay. I still have plenty of fabric. But I am gonna pull it kind of tighter a little bit. I want to be able to open this. And I don't want it to snap open. It's okay. See what I did there? That is not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. It just gives me an opportunity to learn something different. It's fine. There's gonna be enough, because I can just bring it over with paper. That's gonna be a very tight piece, but that's all right. So then what I did here is I went ahead and I cut, and I don't remember how I did this, but I just cut where I thought, we'll see. I'm kind of cutting more closer because I can always, and what I want to do is I want to be able to pull this one down right there, and I want to be able to pull this one down. There may be an easier way, and please, by all means, if you know an easier way, let us know. We all want to know. So I just want to pull those down like that. So now I know this piece is too tall. So I'm going to cut some of that off. Well, that's a big chunk, but hopefully I did it good enough. Let me see if I can do this and show you at the same time. I'm going to put my glue right here. Just right in there. And then I'm going to use these little tweezer thingies, and I'm just going to shove that in there. Nope, I guess not. I'm gonna stick my finger in there and get all gluey. And hopefully it doesn't stick to me too. Is it gonna work? So I'm concerned because there's like that shiny texture on this book also. So I just wanna make sure that sticks down in there. It's not doing it as well as I would like, so we'll do the Fabri-Tac. I just love this. Look I got a couple of charms on there. I put a little skull and a little spider. And anybody that comes down to my room, if they see that, they'll be like, oh, yep. Of course you did. Oh my gosh, we are prepping for winter on the outside of our house. My husband is more so than I am because Oh my gosh, I feel like such a slacker. I'm just trying to get all these things done, but I go out there every morning and to try to do something and help out. But do you have snow where you are? Do you have to prep like for the winter? Get all your yard stuff pulled up, do all the raking, the last mow, blowing out the lines, just making sure everything's ready, pulling in lawn furniture, stuff like that, covering things up. All those fun things that we enjoy in the summertime, spring, summer, and fall, now need to get put away and prepped for winter. And normally I don't want to do it this soon, but we're starting to have we're having freezing temperatures. You know, every year's a little bit different. So, you know, and winter waits for no one. It's going to happen whether I want it to or not, so I want to be ready. I've not been ready before, and that was not fun. Ugh. Have you ever done that? I mean, I like roll my ankles trying to, when there's like all of a sudden you get a snow dump and you're trying to like shovel a walkway to the garage or something like that. And then you forgot that you left the rake that fell over on the ground. Then you know what I'm talking about? Such silly little things like that. I don't want anything on negligence to interfere with me being able to craft, you know? It's so important. I've already been shut down from crafting too many times in my life for silly things like raising kids and, I'm just kidding. Raising kids and going to work. I don't want to have to shut down for anything else. So. Okay. Let's see, get that little snippy snip out there. And then, okay, and then again right here, I'm gonna cut this. All right, and so I am excited to do the bazaar. I think the amount of things that I have to sell, I'm thinking I should make, if I get them all sold, I should be able to get them all sold. I'm trying to keep everything priced in really good price points, the furniture and my little things here. So all my like crafty things, that money I want obviously to reinvest into here, into the craft room. And in the craft room is, you know, everything like my going shopping, thrifting, packaging, mail, postage, mostly postage. I mean, like, gosh, dang it, postage is crazy. And so, but I love sending stuff, so I'm not going to stop. So I just want to have a little bit of money. But the furniture pieces, like, I'm not using them anymore. I need to get them out. And if I sell all my pieces, it'll be enough to pay for 2 of our insurances that are due. So we have, normally it's not a big deal, but this year, you know, it's like every once in a while, you know, something comes up, I just got to go with it. But our things this year are, if you are interested, like everybody has their stuff, right? But our things are, we still have that hospital bill from Jason, so when he fell. So altogether, that is costing us just right under $5,000 out of our pocket, so we have to get that paid. Then 2 of our rentals, the insurance is due on those. Those are both $600 each. And then our flood insurance for our house is due this month, which is another $600. So it's all like, it's not like even numbers, but it's like 500 and something or 600 and something. So, but I just rounded all to the $600 thing. So it's a lot of things at one time. And then our trip really didn't set us back. The only thing I would, I guess if you would call it setback, but it's not really, would be that Jason just didn't go, he didn't have any work, and I didn't work for, I don't make that much money for it to think it to matter, but we didn't have any work for a couple of weeks because we were gone. But the trip didn't cost anything because we used our points. So like I said, you know, I used all the points on my credit card. I used them all. I have to resave them again, but I used all the points for our airline ticket and our car. So our rental car. So our rental car only cost us $200 more than my points. And so our trip was paid for. We stayed at my cousin's. And then I did that little bit of shopping that you've seen. So, I mean, it's not, I was pretty good. I think I was pretty good. And then, yeah. So anyhow, blah, 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 blah. If I can sell those furniture pieces and then a couple of other things that I have in mind to take with me to sell, if I can get those all sold, oh my gosh, that would be so nice. We can pay for at least the 2 rental insurances, and then I'm hoping to make enough to do that. And then the rest of it, we can just, it's not going to pay our hospital bills, that's for sure. But whatever. Stupid hospital bills. I'm just like, I'm kind of like upset about the whole ambulance one. Just to get it off my chest, because they, we live rural, you know, we choose where we live, I get it. So it's a different, so it didn't always used to be this way. I don't know how many years ago they changed it, and voting went in and all this good stuff and everything. So anyhow, so I called them and I said, hey, do you guys offer any discounts for first responders? You know, nope. Which I gotta say, I think that's pretty crappy, because not only, but here's my thing. We live in a very small town, it's very rural, and our resources are limited. So when you're a volunteer firefighter, you get called out for assisting, to assist the ambulance crew, because again, it's small, but our ambulance crew is very, it's privately owned. So it's Lifeline, not Life Flight, not Flightline. Anyways, it's a private company, right? And they said no. Nope, they don't offer first responder discounts. And I thought, but you call the first responders for a lift assist. So, or for a whatever assist, any kind of assist, I don't know. I just hear it come over the scanner. I don't ever know what's going on, but anyways, but they assist in things. And our firefighters, it's a volunteer, so they do get like, they do get something like the city does pay them. I want to say it's like $12 an hour maybe, which, you know, is a lot for a small town, but it's not a lot when you think about it. Like your person's going and just, you know, fighting fires, but that's why it's called volunteer. So I'm not bad mouthing that at all. I'm like grateful. I'm grateful for you know, we live in a small town. We don't have those resources. I'm grateful for it. So they say no. I'm like, all right, well, that's crappy, but whatever. And I'm like, okay. I said, so I noticed that, so we have MediShare. I'm like, hey, so my MediShare, I got my statement, and they say that they paid $1,300 of this $2,500 ambulance bill, you know, because the hospital's like, it's 17 miles from us. Well, probably where we live, it's probably like 18 miles from my house. And so, yeah, so that hospital, that bill came to like $2,500. And MediShare, paid, they sent me a thing and they said, yeah, they're covering $1,300 of it. And I was like, hey, what's going on here? So I called them up and I was like, hey, you guys didn't reflect this. Is there a reason? Like, I just need to know what to do. And they're like, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we do see that. However, I hate that word sometimes. However, we don't take that insurance. As a matter of fact, we only take, can't remember, that's not the word they use, contract. We only contract with, how did I do this before? Oh, I know, I cut it. Dang it, I'm not paying attention. Sandra, pay attention. We only contract with I think I already told you guys this, Medicare and Medicaid. Now, I don't know a lot about Medicare and Medicaid, so I asked him, I said, so are you saying that I would have to be either on Social Security or disabled to have a thing? And they're like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying this is all we take. And I'm like, okay, well, that's confusing. So I don't know. Is there another way to get Medicare and Medicaid without being on Social Security or like some sort of disability? I mean, like, am I not understanding this? Like, what's happening? So anyhow, so yeah, they say no. So yeah, Medishare is going to pay this, but they're not going to do it. So I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call Medishare and find out how does that work. Do they reimburse me? I think they do. Medishare's pretty good. I'm really happy about this. So I cut that kind of short, didn't I? But whatever, you know, just learn as you go. It's just one of those things. And then the hospital, so after Medishare paid their portions of what they're going to help out with, then okay, sorry, I have to stop talking for a second. Then I think I'm just going to always struggle with corners, but that's all right. This is better than that last thing I did. Positive. I'm positive. Anyways, so now with the hospital, we pay like there's a hospital tax. So every property we own, if you're a homeowner, landowner, whatever. So proper, is it just homeowner? I don't know. But anyways, if you're the owner, then you get to pay an additional tax for the hospital, and this goes to the hospital tax or something like that. I get those a little bit mixed up on what they're exactly called, but it's something like that. And so then what you can do is if you owe a bill, you can ask to use the taxes that you paid, because that's what it went towards, right? So you ask them, yes, I'd like to apply that to my thing. Now, if you don't use the facilities of the hospital, then it was just, which, okay, it should be considered a donation then, but it's not. I think it should be considered a donation, but it's not. Anyways, whatever. They have, I just want to make all the rules, okay? So, I'll do that. The only thing is they only allow you to do it for your primary residence. So even though we pay that tax on, so we have this property, we have 2 other properties in town here. They're not functional yet with tenants, but we still pay the taxes. And then we have another property in Tenasket, but they're all outside the city limits. Okay, anyways, that is, we can only use the taxes from one of them. We can't use them from all of them. And only the primary residence, which is fine because this is where we pay the most taxes anyways. Silly, huh? But it's a little bit of a discount, so that's great. So I'll do that. And I told Jason he can't fall anymore and scare me like that. It's because that was too expensive. Oh, just kidding. You know what? I knew we were going to pay, but I didn't care. Like, I didn't care. I did not want to play the what a coulda, shoulda game. Like, no way. He's not leaving yet. And that's what I was scared. I was terrified when he fell. And he was passing out like that, like a crazy person. It's like, see, I just would cut everybody like that to begin with. It'd be so much easier. So, anyhow, the one good thing though is that you can just make payments. So that's good. And I like that. And they're interest-free payments when you're paying them, right? As long as you make the payments, because if you don't make the payments, then it goes into collection, which that's never fun. I don't want to do that. Been there, done that before in my life. I don't want to do that again. Heck no. We worked really hard. We worked really hard for a long, long time and sacrificed. Just worked hard and sacrificed. Like, we didn't do anything. We didn't go on trips. We didn't, no gift buying, like nothing. And we did that and we got out of debt. And it wasn't an overnight process. So it's probably why it bothers me so much to owe all this money and to not have like the cash to pay it. But I guess on the bright side is I don't have any interest on it, so that's good. Just interferes with crafting purchases. Oh, life. It's not that rough. It's really not that rough. I'm pretty blessed. I know I am. Please don't ever think that I don't think I am. I know I am. And I'm very grateful. I know what it's like to not have anything. I know what it's like to go hungry for a very long time. I'll never let myself forget those things. And not because I want to be punishing myself. Not that reason. That's not the reason. The reason is because I want to always remember. I always want to remember that we all have struggles. Everybody does. We all have different struggles at different times, but we all have struggles. And I never want to forget why somebody may say something that they say the way they say it, or feel something the way they feel it. I don't know what they're going through, and I know things that I have went through, so it just helps me to take a step back. Even sometimes when I get crazy angry and psycho, a little psycho, I still can take a minute and step back and be like, wait, what's happening here? What's happening? Okay, these are little tiny pieces. And Mary says, save everything. Hi, Mary. Mary from Tidbits from the Attic. She says, because you can use them all and you can put them on stuff. So sometimes I get carried away and I just start like, oh, it's too many things, and into the garbage it goes. Okay. So let's see. Now for Zippetta. Now this is where I have to get a little, figure out how I want this on the front cover, because I like my little Santa, but I also see there's this piece right here. So the front and the back can be different. I'm gonna take just a pinch. I'm gonna take a pinch. It's a new one. Okay, I'm gonna take a pinch off of there. There, see? Pinch. That's what I meant. I use these two colors right here. Aren't they awesome? So awesome. So this is my super awesome lumberjack plaid red that Winoma sent me. Thank you. Hi, Winoma. I use my lumberjack red, and then I'm using this. I'm so excited to have this ground espresso. And yes, I do love this. I do love it. So, and then I just got this from Luann. Thank you so much. What I did is I went on the edge with that one first, on the inside pockets of the other one. And then I took my lumberjack red, which, oh my gosh, I love this. I love this. Okay, so, and then I just put that on there, and I just kind of pushed it through a little bit. So now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this right here on the front, and I'm gonna do the same thing for the back. I need to get a piece cut. So if I was to make my line there, there, and there. Ooh, look at that. Fancy. So see, that's cute on the front too, isn't it? I can do that one or that one. Oh my gosh. Should I even, or I love this fabric so much, I could just make two like this. Thank you. I don't know who was telling me to do that. Thank you. Okay, let's do this again. So see, if I didn't put the red on the outside, it would just be that. If I put the red on the outside, I feel like it pops it just a little bit more. I love that. And then don't forget, this isn't the one we're gonna use, but we're gonna have this on the outside, right? Like that. So I think that's cute. Oh, I kind of like the vintage. Should I do one that's not red? Yes. Okay, I hear ya. Let's do one. Let's do them both. Who knows? It was just, I guess kept hearing Rhoda, my ground espresso, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're such an influencer. I want to have ground espresso, and I'm so glad I do. Thank you. Hi, Rhoda. So this is where I would look and see which way do I want my lines. I love them up and down. I think that's going to make it look a little bit, I like that look better. Did you hear that? That was that little string. That's why I call it a guitar string. Okay, and then I'm going to do that twice. All right, so now I have two of these cut. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make two of these like this. I like that. On this one, on these ones, I don't think I did the red. I think I just did the brown espresso because I just wanted them to take that white off the edge, and I just wanted them to blend in. That one's fine, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on there. But remember I said I was gonna do this first because I was gonna see if that's easier. So I'm just gonna do that. Hopefully that works out, because that's kind of what I'm hoping. I wanted to see. There might be a little bit of wrinkling. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, much easier. So that whole Bazarr thing, I'm thinking, okay, I gotta get my tables. All my tables are being used. So that means I gotta break down stuff too. Oh, geez. At least one table. If I get the furniture done, I have those for displays, but I still need at least one table. Yeah. I take PayPal, and I don't have Venmo. I think a lot of people like a Venmo. I should maybe get a Venmo. I don't want to get another thing. So now I'm gonna put this one goes here, and I think that's what I did, is I did this one first, because I want that to definitely fit all the way in there if possible. Yep, and possibilities, it looks like it's possible. So let's get this now in here, and then we'll do some more glue stick here. It doesn't, I don't think it's going to take me as long as this is taking me to do the other ones, because I'll be just, you know, jamming out and working and not chatting at the same time. So there is that. Maybe I should do 6 of these. They look pretty easy. The stitching one's going to take a little bit longer. I gotta drop down some of the permanent glue, or the better permanent glue. So. Just kind of want some on the edges there, you know, and maybe a little bit in here. And then I'm going to stick that in there. Yep, like so, right? Like that. Yeah. Again, see if we can do it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It is a little bit, see, it did push it out again a little bit, but that's okay. You know what? I like that actually a little bit better, because on this side, see where that little edge is? That little edge there? I can always put a little ruffle there, a little trim. No one's gonna be upset about a little bit of a trim on there, I don't think. I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like, yes. There we go. So same thing on this side. So I already sold my wreath maker, so that's good. I have a, oh gosh, I bought it a while ago, so I didn't get the total amount that I invested in it, but I got pretty close, so that's good. And I'm gonna get, and they're gonna make me two large wreaths this year, fresh wreaths. So, and it's a good friend of mine that got it, so that makes me happy. But anyways, I bought a no hammer wreath clamp machine, like you know, you got to put it together. I bought the hardware for a wood stand, because my husband was going to make me a wood stand. So what that is like a pedal, so you can clamp the metal ring, you know, the metal rings that have the little things that pop up around it, and you just push the pedal and it would clamp them down, so you don't have to hammer. That's what it is. Anyways, super awesome. I used to have one when I had my floral shop, and I loved it, but it was sold with the floral shop, and I don't have it. So I went and bought one, and then I never put it together, and now it's just so cold out. I can't work outdoors like that, and for the fresh greens, my hands will not let me. I mean, I won't make it. I wouldn't make it through even a half of a wreath. So I sold it. I had over 50, just over 50 24-inch clamp rings. I think there was like 5. I had 16 or 14-inch rings, and then over 24, just over 24. So altogether, just over 80 clamp wreath maker thingy-majiggies. So 12-inch ones were the smallest ones. There's over 24 of those. Then I also had 2 candy canes and 2 crosses. 2 candy canes and 2 crosses, yes, to make wreaths with them. So all of that. And I was really hoping to get at least $450. That was still under what everything I paid for it all, but still. She asked me if there was any wiggle room. Actually, no, $400. $450 is a little low. I paid a little over $450, but I figure I've been sitting on it, you know, for a while. So I know nowadays you would have to pay even more than that, but it's not nowadays when I bought it. It's back when I bought it, and I don't have to be crazy. So anyhow, my friend was like, would you, so I listed it for 400. She got a hold of me and she goes, do you have any wiggle room? And I said, how about 350 and 2 large wreaths? And she came back, she's like, well, I have a budget that I gave myself, and I get that, I do budgets too. So she goes, how about, would you take 300 cash I have that I have saved up for my budget for this year, and because they make stuff too, so you know, I get it, the budget's for what you can spend to reinvest in your stuff. And she goes, and 2 large wreaths, and I was like, sold. And so that's good. I have that. That'll be going towards all those insurances and taxes. But how nice, you know, like, I'm glad. I used to have to work 40 plus hours a week to get all these taxes paid. Now, you know, things are starting to come together slowly but surely, but I'm really, really happy. So this one was a little bit larger. So my thing is I didn't want them to be too much out there though, because, oh gosh, do I even trust myself to do that? Well, I wonder. Let me try something. Let's see. Is it a doable thing? Is it doable? Am I just being crazy here? No, I think it is doable. Okay. All right. Well, what have I got to lose? Joyce, just had to go for it. Okay, I liked it. It worked. Okay. And then I inked the page. So silly, Sandra. Okay, well, that's all right. Okay, we'll deal with that later. And now I need red for these sides also. But I want my stripes to go up and down. And I want it to be right there. So I'm gonna just lay it down with the white so that I can see my pencil mark a little bit easier. I'm gonna put it right there like this. And I'm gonna go all the way over to the edge here. Get all these fibers on there, and then they're gonna get under my papers. Okay, there we go. So the trick is to leave my paper down, to go off of it, because when I go back and then it gets underneath and I get glue all over that front side of it. Does anybody else do that? Oh, I'm just like, why? I know better. Whoops. Why? I actually used this stuff and I smeared it around. I don't know if I have to have it. I just don't want them coming apart. I don't want someone to buy them from me at the thing, and even though they're nothing crazy expensive, I don't want it to come apart, because what if I want to sell stuff again? And these people are like, oh, don't buy anything from Sandra. It just falls apart. Also, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I'm trying to do this without doing any sewing, and that is for, you know, a little bit of simplicity. I love sewing stuff. I like the way it looks, but I wanted to do something also for my friends who don't sew or have the option to sew. See how cute we can still do all these super cute things, and we don't have to get all stitchy. If we're not able to or don't want to, we don't have to, and it still looks so cute. So I think I have more of a space there because I like bent it out, which is nice. So I'm gonna stick that in there like that, because I think I'm gonna put a little trim. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that white strip there? I'm gonna go ahead and put a trim in there, so I'm not gonna worry. I really wanna get this side, you know, more lined up in the top. And let me get my little spreader. I've got glue and ink on my fingers, so I really should take the time to clean them up for a sec. And like I said, this is going to be, I do want to make sure that's down in there, in that curve. My punch board, I like this little divot. I'm going to try to get as close as possible to the middle of it, but right to there maybe? Somewhere in there. It's not going to be perfect. I really like that one. If there's no Santa on the front, then there'll be Santa on the inside. That's what I wanted. There we go. So that means we're going to do both of these, the Distress Oxide and the Ground Espresso. And then we'll do the red, the lumberjack red distress ink, and then we'll get that really cool. See, this is where, like, if I was sewing, I would like stitch around these edges, and even if I'm inking, I would stitch around the edges and then I would put them in there. But, and I still might even keep them at the $6 range, because I don't know, it just depends. But it takes more time, and time's not really on my side right now, I don't think. I don't know. So I told you about the few things that I want to make, but that's not all. So I also have these little pillows that I want to make. So I have like crafty, like not paper crafting stuff, but like crafty stuff that I'm going to make. If you want to see that, tell me. I don't mind doing that too, but I don't mind keeping this just to the our paper and journal crafting stuff either. It really is not it doesn't bother me to do that. I can always share the videos on my Facebook group of the other crafty stuff, you know, and not on here. And we're just gonna do this, even though it's on fabric. I'm gonna see. I figured this is where if it does pop up a little bit after the fact, I still have time. I have 2 weeks to see if that's gonna happen, and then I can always go in where I glued on these edges and drop in a little bit of fabric tack or something. Or another thing that I've done in the past is, I'm sure lots of us have, not just me, go in with a trim or something, washi tape, whatever, any kind of trim, and then just lay that down. So I want that to be like that, and I'm trying to like, see, I'm like leaving a little bit of a gap there. I'm like just not making it super tight. I have a habit of making things really, my pockets really tight. Okay, to finish what I was saying though, is say this was coming up and I just didn't have space for it. I can always take something like this in there and I could glue this to this piece right here and to that, and that would help seal that in there, and that's actually kind of cute. So that might be. Okay, so the stitching, if I do stitching, it would be like on the ruffles. So but you don't have to. You can always like scrunch them up. I'm not a good scruncher, so I would sew. So this, I did actually do this stuff all over it. Is this open? Okay, I'm not very good at this. I gotta quit saying that, but I'm not, really. I don't even, mostly I should have my tools ready. Okay, here we go. I was using this thing. So I'm just gonna spread this around everywhere on here. I just want it to go to the edges, and then I want to pick it up without getting glue everywhere like I'm doing. And I'm just doing this around the edges. I'm doing glue on the whole thing because I want the whole thing to stick down. And then I'm doing this around the edges just for a little extra, you know, whatever. And then of course, there, that's it. On the front, well, I guess it's gonna be the front. Whoa, let's get glue everywhere, girl. And then I'm gonna stick, get out of my way. I want to stick this down like that. And like that. And just doing my best to get it lined up with this top and this side. I'm going to have fabric over here a little bit. Maybe. I mean, I might not have to. This is really pretty. Like, I don't have to do that. I don't know. There we go. So there's the front and there's the back. I don't mind it just having a front. It doesn't have to. See, this is the other one. I did the front and the back like that. That's fine. I don't mind it. It doesn't, but I don't think I needed it. All right. So there I have that one, and then I have this page back here. Oh, I need to do this one. There we go. And then I don't know why I stomped on that like that. So sorry. Do my little divot. There we go. All right, and we are going to get back to those other journals. We are. But I'm pretty sure I forewarned and said, hey, I'm probably going to jump ship at some point because I know that's what I'm going to do. See, look, okay, I'm going to bend my pen. I don't want to do that. So I left it off too long, and now I got to stick this thing in there really quick. Whoops. Come on. Come on, dear. I'm over it. I'll be back. See, when I closed it, it pushed the paper that way. That's what happened on that other one. So just want to This side is the one I want down, and I don't want it to stick shut though. Gotta be careful because I don't want to smear my inks around either. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I do, but it's not what I was planning to do. It's gonna be a little poppy, so I do want to put like a little eyelet in there. I did that in the end. I'm going to, I'll use one of these ones. No, I think maybe I'll use the black one this time. Yeah, okay. So anyways, that's all we have right there. Do a single one right there. I'm gonna thread it through, and I'm gonna wrap it around, and I'm gonna tie a bow. That's how I'm gonna do these. Just keep it pretty simple. I need to add a few more things to this, but I think for now, this is all I'm gonna do on the video. I will see you on the next one. And there's gonna be a series, I guess, of these pieces for the bazaar. Let me know what you think, and if you have any tips and tricks, I would like to hear them. I will see you on the next video, my friends. Enjoy all your moments. Bye.